Listen, the more you learn, the more you earn. Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Sabali Freeman. Today I want to get on here and talk to you guys about how getting good grades is solely dependent on your effort. Okay. And I want to get on here and have this conversation with you guys because I feel like this is where a lot of students go wrong in their academic process. They think that in order to major in biochemistry, become a chemical engineer, engineering in general, become an accountant or anything like that, lawyer or doctor, they feel like they got to be smart. They think they got to be this extremely smart person that just knows everything, and that's not true. You just have to work hard and you just have to put the effort in. And I did make a video where I talked about, um, the difference between intellect and the difference between being smart. They're not the same thing. I feel like a lot of people commingle them as if they're one and the same, and they're not the same thing. A lot of people have to really understand that nobody is just smart. Nobody just has all the answers, and they just know everything, and they don't have to do anything to learn. They just already know it. Nobody is like that on this earth. Everybody has to, put in energy and effort to learn things. And at the end of the day, we all have the intellectual capacity to learn anything that we want. Nobody is more smarter than you. There's no such thing as a person being smarter than you because the brain is the same all around for everybody. Our brain is designed the same, and we all have the ability to essentially store information in the brain like a computer. So it's all the same. So nobody's smarter than you. Now, somebody might have a little bit more intellectual capacity than you. They might be able to process information faster than you. So they might not have to read as much. They might not have to study as much. Whereas you might have to study harder. You might have to read a lot more than that person. But nevertheless, it's the same thing. You guys are the same. You can still process information just like that person. So nobody's really smarter than you. So I feel like this is just where a lot of college students go wrong. They feel like they got to be smart, and I'm telling you, you don't have to be smart to get good grades. Hence the saying, you get an A for effort. It's all about your effort. It's all about your energy. It's all about what you're putting into the class. Um, I showed you guys my high school transcripts, and I did really bad, but I did have some report card markings that are not on there where I did pretty decent in those markings. And anytime I did do decent in high school, it was because I tried. It was because I put in the effort. And same thing now. I went from that to having a 3.7 GPA now in college. And I didn't just wake up one day and just become smart and I just know everything and I'm super smart. No, the difference between then and now is that I'm actually applying myself. I'm actually trying. I actually care about my education. I care about learning. I love seeing myself get smarter every day. And I put the work in. I put the effort in, whatever it takes to, get a good grade out of that class. I'm putting the effort in, and that's all you have to do. You don't need to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You just have to put the energy and effort in. That's all it takes to get good grades is time, energy, and effort. And if you realize that, then if a lot of kids realize that in college, then they wouldn't choose easy degrees. They wouldn't choose a degree in liberal arts because they feel like they're not smart enough to major in chemistry, and they'll actually get a degree that's actually going to earn them some income. A lot of people pick those degrees like liberal arts, communication, psychology. They pick these easy degrees because they don't feel like they're smart enough to get into some of these other curriculums where you can actually earn some income. And then they end up graduating and they can't find a job. They're still waiting tables. They're still working at Home Depot. And then they're saying, well, college is a waste of time when in reality, it's not a waste of time. You just chose an easy degree because you felt that you weren't smart enough to get into some of these other degrees, these other curriculums that can actually earn you some income. So you just have to realize that at the end of the day, you just have to put the effort in. That's all it takes. Whatever it takes to yield the A out of that class, you just have to give it that energy and give it the time, and you can do it. That's all you have to do. I've been doing it. So that's all you have to do. Just time, energy, and effort. And if you do that, you'll do great in college. And I want to, get this video out here just to kind of change the perspective and mindset. So you guys can realize that it's not about being smart. It's all about the effort. Get an A for effort. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I appreciate you guys listening to me, and I'll see you all on the next clip.